Hey, Troops, Morphin Geeks Adventures, woohoo! So, doing something a little bit different. Most of the time, I'm usually doing products from the US licenses like Star Wars, lots of McFarlane stuff. Because hey, I'm a DC guy, and at least the toys haven't been as complicated a situation as the movies. But that's another rant that I've already done a ton of times already. Anyway, Marvel Legends, you get the idea. This is something different. So, doing a review of a Megazord, or actually a Super Sentai piece. Because this is not the American release. This is from Japan. It is the, good lord, Avataro Sentai Donbrothers Deluxe Don Onitaijin by Bandai. And you're going, what? It's the newest Super Sentai show from Bandai with assorted toys, yada yada, in Japan. Now you're going, okay, it's a Power Ranger thing. Pretty much. The show, to be quite frank, I don't know a whole lot about it, just bits and pieces here and there. But what I found, what captured things for me is the fact that apparently it's loosely based on a Japanese fairy tale, Momotaro, Peach Boy in English. The fairy tale is about this elderly couple that wish for a child. They get one from the gods, born in a peach, hence the name Momotaro, Peach Boy. And the child grows up to be strong, brave, blah, 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 and decides to take on a whole bunch of evil monsters that have been terrorizing the local village. And in a very Disney-esque moment, takes a dog, a pheasant, and a monkey. Why? To go to the island of the ogres to defeat them. And of course they do, because that's what happens in these things. So, yeah, they did a Super Sentai series based on those 4 characters. You're going, but wait a minute, 4, you need 5. The 5th one is an Oni. Why the Oni are... the bits and pieces that I've heard about the show all kind of say a lot. The word unique and quirky are used a lot. And you're thinking right now, should we be afraid? Quite possibly. This is the box. Yeah, this is my head. This is what the character looks like sitting on a throne. Apparently this has some significance in the show. I have no frippin' idea. How big is this thing when it's transformed? Okay, look on this side, 36 centimeters. They're going, what is that in inches? 14. This thing's big. The box is that big. And you're going, oh. Ooh. So what is in the box? Should have thought about this stuff too. Shit. Yeah, can't think of everything. Try to. It explodes. Alright, there we go. So here we go. These are the 4 mechs. We have Momotaro, the central person. We have the pheasant. We have the dog. We have the monkey. And we have the Oni. And this is the way they're packed in the giant box, all separated like this. And you're looking going, the figure's quirky. The news is that Megazords, the mechs, traditionally in separated form, often, unlike Transformers, often these are have a vehicle form, so that you don't have to worry about articulation. Unfortunately, these have more of a creature form, kind of along the lines of the very first Megazord way back with the first Power Ranger line, Zooranger, based on, was it Zooranger, I believe. Unfortunately, the articulation on these figures goes anywhere from to. Let's start with it's on the way. Pardon me. The Oni. This is it. Doesn't do anything. Arms don't move. Legs don't. Sorry. Literally, this is that's all it does. Let's see here. The pheasant. Actually, my favorite design, because you got these kind of cool looking translucent wings. Unfortunately, doesn't do a whole lot. I mean, the wings flap a little bit. Unfortunately, the translucent plastic does give a really cool effect. The dog does a little bit. All four limbs do move, and as you can see, the tail, and actually doesn't look bad overall. The monkey is problematic. Legs do move. Arms, okay, one arm moves completely. The other one, this part does not, but the elbow does, and does the little rotation just like this side. Momotaro himself, you know, I get the other pieces that you're gonna have limited articulation, because it's one piece and you're trying to get the transformation. Blah 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 blah. But this giant honking thing, come on, guys. At least at the shoulders, okay? I mean, the legs move. Well, actually, that's the good news. But really? It's a big dude. Come on, man. Give us some arms. So you're thinking, so what are we getting ourselves into? This is when the fun starts. Now, Megazords traditionally don't have the most complex transformations, which is a good thing, because I have no patience for that. And the market is set for kids. So here we go for the Momotaro. We're getting him ready to go into his central mode to merge with the other pieces. The central torso and the legs are they're not that hard to figure out. Head slides back. The arms slide into some slots. This little front leg piece suddenly pulls back into the heel. Goes back behind the leg. And the heel part comes up. This folds up. Ooh. Actually, I should do it this way. There we go. The hind legs fold up. And these. Oops. The nice thing about these is that these pop out easily, so you can just pop them back if you make a mistake like I did. And the tail becomes foot. Things get a little complicated with the arms. Traditionally, in a Megazord, one mech, one arm, other mech, other arm. No, not this one. The gorilla, the ape, splits in half. Oops. The abs pop up, by the way. So what happens is this split forms the arms. And the leg folds up. The head does this kind of creepy bendy thing, like something out of a horror movie. And hands move. So there you go. Do the same thing on the other side. Leg goes up. And what happens is the pheasant becomes these giant wing shoulder pad things. The tail comes off, splits into a sword. Torso splits. And remember, one side of the monkey is one head, the other side forms the other head. So the shoulders come together, and this head does a little weird bendy thing. Boom, come down, same thing. And now you're looking going, ooh. There's a reason this is still kind of cool. It's not perfect by any means, but kind of cool. So like regular Megazords, legs plug in. Unlike regular Megazords, so you got the one arm without the head, plugs into these slots. Other side. Oh, this does not come with directions. Apparently you can find the directions online. I tried that. It was really a pain, so I just did a search on YouTube for other folks that picked this up. And once you get accustomed to the quirky nature of the transformation of the merging sequence, it's not bad. It just takes a different mind. You got to change your mindset a little bit because the monkey splits and the bird splits to form the arms. But one side, shoulder pad. If you look at the legs that bend up, there are tabs up here. Oops, sorry, tabs up here. Same thing on the other side. Little abdomen. You pull up. Usually it's like this. Push up, pops up. The little ab crunch goes inside here. Bring it down. And the last quirky thing, which I should have shown you, I'm sorry, is you have a little helmet that does actually attach into a nice peg on the back of the Momotaro central piece. And you put the head on, the helmet on. Oh, there we go. And now you're looking going, ooh. The nice thing is these two attach into little slots in the feet. So form like giant pennants that some of the oh gosh, what is it? The foot soldiers have. You got 14 inches of pretty cool looking Megazord. And this is it. Cool thing about this, you got legs. Oh, not great legs, but you got knees. You got elbows. And you know what? The nice thing is the hands have little slots in them, and so do these, so that the hands can hold both of these swords. Oops. So, I need to search more to find the other fist, but you get the idea. Wow, that went flying. Well, the way it's supposed to work is like this. So, it actually sits in there. I was going to do this cool Miyamoto Musashi thing, but dang it. Oh well. But there you go, see? It's not perfect posability, but look. Wow. It's a Skywalker. Luke, I am your Megazord. Oh, such a horrible joke. Anyway, so you get the idea. So what is the final word on this? It's complicated. Like so many things in life. Honestly, when it's in its separated form, I mean, you saw this. It's very static. The sculpting and everything is very pretty, but I mean, it doesn't make up for the fact that, oh great, I have 5 blocks. The good news is that in its merged form, even minus a hand, it's magnificent. It is huge. The posability, I mean, look at it. I mean, it's really cool. Very dynamic, massive, 14 inches, okay? So actually that might be one of the problems if you're some dork like me who likes to kind of have, adversaries. I gotta find something really big. So overall, actually the other issue right now is price. To be frank, right now, these are manufactured by Bandai, but if you recall, all the Transformers, all the Power Ranger stuff is being made by Hasbro. Prior to the change in contract, Bandai of America was making all this stuff. So back then, this would have been popped out by now. So I am really not sure when this is going to be brought to America. Considering it is a Power Ranger license yet, I would think they'll figure out something. But it's not coming up this year. So I got lucky. I got this on sale on Amazon. The retail was like $110, and that's a good price right now. So that's something to keep in mind as well. I mean, that's a good price. This was imported from Japan also. So that's something else to keep in mind, is that if you are interested in this, one, it's only a pretty penny. Two, you're gonna have to ship this thing over. So there you go. I get the final word. Honestly, is kind of really depends on what you're looking for. To be frank, I haven't picked up a Megazord in a while. I keep calling it Megazord, but technically it's not. Really, Megazords are Power Rangers, which is very different from the Super Sentai stuff. If you want to be really technical about the whole thing. And as you could tell in the beginning when I did my introduction, the story behind this is very unique. So it's a very it's got a kind of special place in my heart for me. So there's a bit of bias there. As a collector, what are you looking for? I mean, because it's a fun thing to have, no question. I guess the issue right now is that the shortcomings for an item of this price kind of make it cringe a lot. So that's something you want to keep in mind. Hopefully this will make it into a American licensed version that will be of a lower price, more price point along the lines of something that's made along the lines of the Americanized Power Ranger Megazords. We'll see. If not, like I said, individually the pieces are, but together it's kind of cool. So there you go. Yeah, kind of wishy-washy, isn't it? It's like I said, it's complicated. So there you go. Hey, y'all have a good rest of the weekend. May the force be with you. May the odds be in your favor, especially when you're trying to get something like this. And as always, be good to each other. Okay, peeps. Y'all take care. Peace. Bye. I gotta find the fist.